What is my religion? First of all, I'm a humanist because I believe that all people have the right to have a joyful and healthy and happy life. I'm an atheist because I believe that there is no human type God that created the universe and is judging us. I believe that the universe came into being quite by accident and evolved over trillions of years, and eventually it evolved into consciousness, and that consciousness began to shape creation into this beautiful experience we have now, and we are an extension of that consciousness, and the evolution will continue on for trillions of more years, and we will become very, very advanced beyond what we can understand right now. I am an empirical scientist because I believe that rational evidence should be guiding our actions and our understanding of life. I'm a Buddhist because I believe in meditation, and mindfulness helps us to become a good person and to behave in a way that helps us interact with the world in a positive fashion. I'm a Taoist because I believe that light and dark and yin and yang are natural elements of life that fluctuate and come together and go apart and help to make life happen. I'm a Jedi because it's very similar to Taoism. Yin and Yang is basically the Force, good and bad, Jedi, Sith. In the Jedi philosophy, you are training yourself to master this and become a good person. I'm a Muslim because I believe in the daily dedication to the universal consciousness, Allah. I'm a Christian because I believe in forgiveness. I'm a Catholic because I believe in the 7 deadly sins and the 7 virtues. I am a Jew because I believe in the 10 Commandments. I am a shaman because I believe that the earth is a living being with a spirit, and all the animals and the trees and everything has spirit and consciousness. I am a spiritualist because I believe in spirits. Spirits are living beings that dwell in our body, and when our body dies, the spirit goes off into various dimensions, and it can come back and reincarnate and live another body, and that body can be in any time, in the past or the future or right now. Time is not relevant to the spirit. I am a transcendentalist because I believe in eating mushrooms and marijuana and DMT to achieve these altered states that help you tap into these other dimensions that exist. I am a druid because I believe that trees are very important. We evolved from trees. Our DNA is 50% tree. Trees give us oxygen and food and energy, and they clean our air, and without trees we would die. So trees are very important. I am an animalist because I believe that animals have a spirit and a consciousness and an intellect not any different from our own, and we are not superior to animals, and I believe animals should have a right to live a full life and express themselves in whatever fashion that suits their animal existence. I am a witch because I believe that words are a magic spell, and that when we speak, we are manifesting our reality, either negative or positive, either conscious or unconscious. It doesn't matter. Words are magic, and they manifest our reality. I am a Baha'i because I believe that all philosophies and beliefs should come together in peace and harmony and live together and respect one another and build a good, perfect world where everyone can enjoy themselves. I am a psychologist because I believe in the function of the brain and human behavior, and that it functions in a predictable way. And when we understand that, we can learn to know how to manage and control that. I'm a materialist because I believe in the material physical world that is a real thing made up of elements, and when you hit yourself you feel pain, and that it is not a dream and not a computer simulation, that the physical world is a real thing, and that we go through a real existence feeling suffering and pain and hunger and cold and all of these things. And that's just the way life is. And we have to accept that and learn to deal with that and control ourselves and our spirituality so that we can manage that well. I am a capitalist because I believe that money is good. Making money is good. It's a very good tool. It helps us to build society and improve our lives. And I think that's great. I am a communist because I believe that sharing is good. Hoarding money and being greedy and having it all to yourself causes problems for other people. So although it's good to be rich, it's also good to share resources and share experience and share knowledge and try to balance out things in society so that everybody has an opportunity to live a joyful and comfortable life. I am a socialist because I believe that looking after others is good. There are times in life and situations in life where people don't have opportunities, they have disabilities, they have economic problems, mental health problems, physical health problems, all kinds of things. And as a society, if we can come together and help those people, we will have a balance right across the board where these people are uplifted and helped to have a more joyful and healthy experience. And that is good for the whole of society, really. And then I'm a transhumanist. I believe that technology and science is a natural part of our evolution. I am alive because of technology and science. I have been genetically altered, and I have machine parts inside of me keeping me alive right now. So if it wasn't for technology and science, I would be dead. And I think that's great. And I believe that very soon in the future, in about the year 2050, we are going to cure death. Death is a very simple disease, really. And there is a cure for it. It's a synthesized hormone. And I'll make another video about that another time. But very soon we're going to cure death, and we have to deal with the moral consequences of that. And that's where we're heading towards now. I'm an interdimensionalist because I believe there are other dimensions that exist beyond what our senses are capable of seeing, and there are beings that don't require bodies that live in these dimensions, and they travel throughout time and they can visit us. I am a Hindu because I believe that there are spiritual avatars that come back and forth between existence, and there are gurus and teachers that manifest, such as Gandhi and the Dalai Lama and Jesus, and all of these people are very advanced beings that come into existence to try and guide us towards a better spiritual understanding and joy. I believe in the New Age. I'm a New Age type person because I believe that we are entering an age where we are evolving into this fantastic human experience where we become divine, and we become connected with the divine, and we become connected with all the other beings in the universe, some of who are millions of years more advanced than we are. I am into self-help because I believe that life is a learning journey, and we try to learn as much as we can from experience and books and teachers, and we apply that to our lives, and gradually we make our lives better and better. And hopefully we reach a point of spiritual enlightenment before we die. I believe in Zen. Zen is the philosophy of making everything simple. Making life complicated just makes it very confusing. So I have very simple philosophy. I have very simple life, simple rituals, a simple house, and I have a simple joy. I believe in yoga because yoga is the idea that your body is an instrument. It is a spiritual instrument, and you can tune this instrument through certain exercises and breathing techniques. I believe in equal democracy. Not democracy, equal democracy. Our current democracy is a system where we vote for this rich guy on the left or that rich guy on the right, and both of them belong to the capitalist elite corporations, and they dictate our life. And that's not equal democracy. Equal democracy is where we use technology to vote for policy and decisions, and everybody in society has a vote and a say. I believe in voodoo because we have to be careful of dark spirits that try to enter our body and manipulate us, so we can say spells to get these spirits away and keep them away. I believe in tribalism because we evolved to be tribal beings living in our pyramid structure of the chief and the family and so on and so on, and our cousins and everything. And this is how we evolved. And our society now has formed into that tribal structure, and being in a family is very important. Keeping the family together is very important. Being in a community is very important. Knowing your place in society, whether it's at the top or the bottom, and respecting that and accepting that is very important. I believe in ancient astronaut theory because, interdimensional beings are able to travel through time, and they can physically manipulate things. And at many points in our history, beings from other planets have come here and messed with our DNA and messed with our history and our culture. And it's written in all of our history. You got to pay attention to it. I believe in mythology. Mythology is many stories from many different cultures that help shape our psychology and our culture and our human behavior. I believe in Rastafarianism, the Rastafari, because music and relaxing and doing whatever you have to do to relax is a spiritual thing, and it helps you to evolve spiritually. I believe in alchemy because everything is chemicals. The whole universe is constructed together with chemicals. Our physical being is chemicals. The feelings we have are basically just different chemicals produced in our brain. So understanding chemistry and manipulating chemistry is very important. I'm into Tesla. Nikola Tesla, not the car Tesla. I believe the philosophy of Tesla. Tesla was an inventor, a very important inventor, who brought about creations that helped humanity, and he believed that these creations should be given equally to all people to benefit from And he was against this greedy idea that one person or one organization or one elite family should manipulate this technology and lord it and profit from it. And I'm a big fan of that. I believe in metaphysics, that we have this physical world and it's constructed, but our perception of it can be changed and manipulated. And when you change your thinking and your consciousness and your intention, you can start to manipulate your experience of reality. I believe in Pure Land Buddhism, which is Guan Yin and Amitofu and Amitabha. And the philosophy of Pure Land Buddhism is that there is a realm beyond this one in the universe where your spirit goes to, and in this realm it's like a computer, and it's a memory. It's the storage of every being that ever lived. And you can go there and you can see your parents and your grandparents and your ancestors and your friends and your dog. And everything that you ever experienced in every lifetime you had for thousands and thousands of lifetimes is stored in the Pure Land. You can also call this heaven. In other religions, you might call it heaven. I believe in feminism because the female is the creator of life. We come from our mother. Eve did not come from Adam. This is ridiculous. Adam came from Eve. The first being in this stage of creation is the female. The female is God. I'll say that again. The female is God. God is female. The energy of the universe is female. Female comes first. We must respect the female. We must protect the female. We must admire and adore the female and give females love. Not that we shouldn't do that for males either, because males are just different females. When we're in the womb and developing, we're not male or female. We basically branch one way or the other at a very early stage. So you could say that we're all female. Then we become male, or we develop into physical females. I am a Sikh because I believe in the unified consciousness that we have all these separate consciousness and separate spirits and separate will. But by believing in a unified consciousness, God, if you like, we can all come together and be co-creators in the universe and our world and our experience. I am an elementalist, so I believe in the elements: water, air, earth, fire. These are all the things that give us life, and they're very important. We should respect them. To a certain degree, you could classify me as a Satanist. I believe that there is a dark nature in humans and also other animals that can direct us to be harmful and deceitful and lying and cheating to other people. And we have to be consciously aware of this kind of Satan personality that lives within us. And we have to accept that it's a real part of our nature and part of our animal biology, and that we consciously and spiritually guide ourselves away from this towards good. Now, good is just the correct spelling of God. G-O-D, for some reason, throughout time, got edited and they made a mistake in the spelling, and God is just good. And that's what we're sort of guiding ourselves towards. on our journey as individuals and as a society. I believe in positive affirmation because words are kind of magic, and when you say negative things, you bring about a negative reality and a negative experience. And when you say positive things and you focus on the positive, you manifest a positive experience. I am a scientist, not a qualified one, but a scientist in philosophy that I believe that we should use empirical evidence and objective observation to try our very best to understand life and nature and our physical reality. I am a pantheist because I believe that nature is the universal consciousness, and that interacting with nature is very good for us. I'm into UFOs because I have experienced them and I have met beings from other planets. And they are very real, I can tell you that. And they keep themselves hidden from us because we are dangerous. Right now, in our part of evolution, you cannot deny that we have wars going on and serial killers and people raping children and all kinds of stuff that is really scary for these beings from other planets. So they're observing us from a distance very safely and waiting very patiently for us to evolve away from these animal instincts and to evolve towards this divine spirit where we don't have the urge to do these kind of acts of evil against each other or other animals or other beings in the universe. I'm into Tai Chi because I believe there is an energy that keeps us alive. It's a kind of unseen energy, and by dancing or moving and deep breathing, you get this energy flowing through your body and you feel a lot better. I'm into Reiki, which is also a system of this same energy, and you can transfer this energy to others. I'm transferring energy to you right now through this device. It's my energy's coming to you and you're feeling it, and whatever feeling you have is sort of what my feeling is. We're sharing the feeling. And I have practiced Reiki, and with my energy in my hands and the sound of my voice, I can actually heal the cells in people's bodies. I believe in angels. I think angels are spirits who are beings that are very advanced. For millions of years, they've had thousands of lives, and they have learned many, many things, and they eventually get to a point where they no longer require a body, and they can travel through the universe. They can incarnate as certain beings that come to teach us stuff. They can listen to our prayers, and they will give you what you need, not what you want, what you need in order to become an advanced being. And so talking to them and praying to them is actually quite effective. A lot of people who do that will say, yeah, I pray, and then the prayer comes true. You may not believe it. If you're a scientific person, you can objectively experiment and just see what happens. Most of all, I am an omnist. I believe in omnism. Now, omnism is the philosophy that all of these beliefs have a purpose. And by studying every religion and every philosophy and every mythology and every history and every story and every science, you bring all of this information together to make you a fulfilled being with a structured understanding of what life is and what life isn't. Each belief is a small piece of a puzzle, and when you bring them together, it makes a picture, and this picture gives you a deeper understanding of life beyond what your physical being is for this very short time, and an understanding that you are a spiritual being connected to the divine consciousness. I think all beliefs help us to understand this, and religion and philosophy is a needle of truth hidden in a haystack of lies. It's a very tricky puzzle that's been very well constructed with lies that are designed to distract you, like Satan. Satan is a very important angel created by God, not an accident. This dark deceitfulness of life is designed to distract us down the wrong path, so that we can have these experiences and learn for ourselves what it means to be good. And we don't have to do that necessarily. We can just study other people and other religions, and we can skip all that suffering, and we can trust that what they have learned is good. And so each religion and philosophy has all of this tricky lies and contradictions to confuse you and distract you and take you down this certain path. But if you train yourself to see the truth, you can find the elements of those philosophies and religions that are good and that are the truth, and then you bring that into yourself and you move on to the next lesson of learning. So most of all, my belief and my religion is my contribution to this whole quagmire of philosophy, and I call it Joyism, the philosophy of joy. And I believe that the purpose of life is joy, that once we go through all of these learning stages of coming to understand life, we then realize how magnificent and beautiful life is, and what a fantastic and amazing creation is, and we just have appreciation and gratitude for it, and we enjoy it, and we are filled with joy, and we become connected with the divine source, which is joy. Jesus said, "Blessed are the children, for they are like God." And what he's saying is that God is a child. And if you observe children are joyful. They are naturally joyful. And as you journey away from joy and towards stress and anger and regret and depression and competition and hatred and prejudice and judgment and all of these things, you drift further and further away from joy and further away from understanding the divine creation of the universe. And by actually just ignoring all that and overcoming that and realizing you don't need all that stuff, you return to this natural childlike state of joy, and you become one with the universe. and then you evolve to be beyond this body, and you become an angel, and you go out into the universe and you become a co-creator of God, manipulating the fabric of reality with your will and your consciousness to create new things, new animals, new beings, new planets, new experiences. And this is just evolution. It is the joy of life. And that is my philosophy and belief. And I hope it wasn't too complicated. I think it's simple. Thanks for watching. Enjoy.